Starting university and moving out of your family home is a special time in your life, but with the pressure of paying monthly bills, many students are forced to buy cheap foods that often have very little nutritional value. According to the University of Sydney, the average student living away from home is left with $100 to $130 per week to spend on food. That's less than $20 a day. This is Tavis, a typical 22-year-old international student who buys food that is cheap and convenient. This is Eloise, a 23-year-old health nut who buys food based on cost and nutrient value. Both were given $20 to buy as much food as they could. Let's see what they bought.
All $20 and they're all on special. So yeah, and I like them because I can eat them in a very short term. But unhealthy food because they're always I can eat them immediately. Yeah, and they're pretty cheap. They're always on special.
The recent trend in health fads ranging from the organic to superfoods is way out of the budget for many students, with statistics from Cambridge University showing healthy foods cost 3 times as much as unhealthy foods. So is eating healthy with $20 really possible?
Altogether it costs less than $20. I bought mostly fresh foods for lunches like mushrooms, tuna cans that were less than $1 each, and fresh produce to make salads that would probably last me 2 days. For breakfast, I always go for bulk because it lasts longer. So a tub of yogurt and a kilo of bananas. I think I do work better as a student when I'm eating more nutritious food. I do a lot of training, so it's important to stay fueled. And I don't think that cheap food can provide that for you.
But not only does cheap and unhealthy foods leave you feeling lazy and half hungry, research published in the Lancet Medical Journal shows that almost a quarter of Australia's children and 63% of the adult population are overweight.
The cheapest ingredients in the food supply are sugar, fat and salt. And that's what tends to be in a lot of takeaway foods. And so those things have a really negative effect on young adults because young adults have a tendency to gain weight.
Associate Professor Elizabeth Denny Wilson from the University of Technology Sydney demonstrates how eating healthy meals is doable for all students struggling to live on a tight budget.
I was able to buy the ingredients for 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches and 4 dinners. So all of this food that I've got here cost $43.89. What we've got here is we've got some oats, and this is a really good breakfast option. We can make some sandwiches, and I've bought a loaf of bread here, and I've gone for grainy bread because grainy bread keeps you full for longer. And what we can put on those sandwiches is we've got some tuna here for some protein, and I got 4 cans of tuna for about $5.95, so again that's quite good value, and we're going to use 2 of these cans for dinner and 2 of these cans for lunch. So I've bought a bag of pasta here. We're going to cook this up for 3 dinners, and we're going to use the leftovers for a pasta salad one day for lunch. Now if we buy our fruit in season, it's much cheaper. So this little container here of 9 apples was just $2.99, and these 4 lovely mandarins were just over $1.
But for many students juggling class time with unpaid internships and long working hours, the thought of home-cooked meals seems impossible and the food court becomes a daily visit.
I'd opt for a really large salad. I know sumo salads do big versions and they come with great bread and water and things like that you might not finish in that one sitting. I can eat the next day, or I can eat later in the afternoon. Again, it's going to last you and it's nutritious.
I tend to head to the salad bar type places, but again choose really carefully there because some of the salads are really creamy and might be again full of poor quality carbohydrates, so things like pasta salads.
So the horror stories you've heard of students living on instant noodles or couch surfing on their friends' couches is something of the past and nothing to be afraid of if you know how to boil a pot of water and shop smart.
Try to fill about half of your plate with fruit and veggies, and that will really ensure that you get a nice full tummy. And make sure you're having some protein with most meals, and that'll really stand you in good stead for feeling nice and full and being able to still play sport or stay up late, getting your studies done, and not breaking the budget.
This is Juna reporting for After the Bell.